Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever thought, what if there's a secret switch inside your head that could unlock wealth? Something neurological that could basically turn you into a money magnet? Well, today, that's exactly what we're looking at. We're diving into the claims behind a program called the Billionaire Brain Wave to understand the reasons they give for why you should consider buying it.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to uncover the supposed secret in your brain that might be holding you back. Then, we'll check out the super simple 7-minute daily ritual that claims to fix everything. After that, we'll get into the really juicy stuff, the wild financial results and personal growth people are talking about. And finally, we'll break down why they call it a risk-free offer.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the big idea this whole thing is built on. It's a pretty bold claim that your financial destiny is actually hardwired into your brainwaves. And this is the central question they pose. If you've ever tried manifesting and felt like nothing happened, the source material says, hey, it's not your fault. The problem, they claim, is a literal physical block inside your brain. So here's how they frame it. They say there's this battle going on in your head between two different brainwaves. On one side, you've got the beta wave, which they call the slave wave, linked to stress, bad luck, and being poor. But on the other side, there's the theta wave, the billionaire brain wave. And that, they say, is the key to creativity, bliss, and, you guessed it, money.
So where does this magical billionaire brainwave even come from? Well, the sources point to one specific spot, a tiny walnut-sized part of your brain called the hippocampus. They basically call it the power source for this wave.
Now, this is the core problem the program says it can solve. The source material claims that studies show people who didn't grow up rich often have a smaller hippocampus. And the implication there is huge. It means they're naturally producing less of that wealth-attracting theta wave, creating a real need for a tool to change that.
Okay, so if a sleepy brainwave is the problem, what's the solution they're offering? Well, that brings us to the core of the program, a really simple 7-minute ritual.
And when I say simple, I mean really simple. All you have to do is pop on some headphones, hit play on an audio track, and just listen. According to the sources, this crazy ease of use is a huge part of its appeal. And the time commitment for all this supposed transformation? Just 7 minutes. That's it, 7 minutes a day. This tiny effort is positioned as a huge reason why anyone can and should give it a shot.
All right, now we get to the part I'm sure everyone's curious about. The money. The financial transformation. The sources are absolutely packed with stories of specific and honestly pretty dramatic financial results. I mean, check this one out. This is from one of the main testimonials. It's not just about making a sale. It's about completely messing it up and still getting the deal. It suggests this almost magnetic pull of opportunity. $1,800 in a single day. Yeah, the sources use these concrete punchy numbers over and over to make the promises feel really tangible and really real.
And apparently, that was just the beginning for this person. The story goes on to list this incredible streak of financial wins. We're talking about going from a struggling salesperson to owning a massive 4,400 square foot home. It's a total life makeover story.
The program also claims to have a fix for when you need money, like right now. There's a bonus track called Quick Cash Manifestation. One story says a user needed over $1,100 for a car repair, listened to the track, and then suddenly attracted sales that covered the exact amount.
But here's the thing. According to the sources, this isn't just about the money. A huge part of the pitch is the promise of some pretty major personal and cognitive growth. This is where the program claims to do a lot more than just fatten your wallet. By firing up that billionaire brainwave, it also promises to sharpen your focus, boost your productivity, unlock your creativity, and even create these powerful feelings of just bliss and well-being.
It's all part of what the sources call holistic abundance. The whole idea is that the positive effects just ripple out, changing not just your bank account, but your career and even your relationships with the people you love.
And here is just a really powerful example of that ripple effect. This quote from that same person who had all the financial success. It shows this deep, profound change in his marriage, going from what he called fear to a relationship that's full of adoration and passion. Okay, finally, let's get down to the practical stuff. Let's look at the elements the sources present to make buying this thing feel like a totally safe and logical move.
So, to build trust, the sources really lean on two big claims. First, that the whole method is backed by research from 4 different neuroscience labs. And second, that it's not some brand new thing. It's already being used by thousands of people in over 70 countries.
And to make sure there's no financial risk on your end, the program offers a really long time to try it out. How long? A full 90 days.
And that trial period is backed by what they call a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. The logic is pretty simple. You get 3 whole months to see if it works for you, and if you're not happy, you get a full refund. They frame it as a completely risk-free chance to see what happens.
And the last piece of the puzzle is the price. The sources offer a special discounted price of just $39 for instant access, positioning it as a tiny investment for what could be totally life-changing results.
So, after digging into all these claims, it really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? With promises of big money, personal growth, and a risk-free guarantee on the table, is a simple 7-minute daily habit worth the chance to completely transform your life? That's the core proposition the source material leaves you with.